Alright, so now we're coming back for more rules. More shortcuts, that is. We're going to talk quotient rule today. That's this guy right here. But before I talk quotient rule, I would like to just take a second to review product rule and maybe take a look at the notation as well. So basically what this notation says is derivative of u times v with respect to x. We'll talk more about that in the coming weeks. But this notation means find the derivative of a product, u times v. And the thought process that I always go through is the u prime, which means the derivative of u times v, plus the derivative of v times u. Derivative of the first times the second, plus the derivative of the second times the first. So for example, it's going to look like this. Derivative, y prime. Here's my u, here's my v, and the derivative of the first is 8x times the second plus the derivative of the second, which is a nice clean 6, times the first. And from there it's just a matter of cleaning things up. Distribute, 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 and finally, it's all slow. And finally we'll just combine like terms. Looks like we've got a couple 672x squareds plus 40x minus 18. So just let me refresh what this means. If you graph this, it would produce some kind of a graph. I have no idea what it looks like. But I do know that this will tell me the slope at any point along this original curve. Just plug in the x, boom, boom, it'll tell you what the slope is. Plug in x here, it gives you a point. Plug in x here, it gives you a slope. So, all right, let's talk quotient now. This one gets a little messier. Here we're talking division, u divided by v. So the quotient rule says the derivative of the top, we're not talking first and second here, derivative of the top times the bottom minus, big difference there, derivative of the bottom times the top over the bottom squared. Memorize that, know it, it's big, you'll use it all year. So let's do an example. Here we go. Y prime. I run through the quotient rule. Derivative of the top, 2x times the bottom minus derivative of the bottom times the top over the bottom squared. Do a little bit of cleaning up here. Looks like I'm going to have a 2x cubed plus 2x minus 2x cubed. Watch your distribution here in the signs, plus 2x over x squared plus 1 squared. And I'm one step away now. Looks like I've got those guys cancel. These combine. I don't know why this is lagging. It's kind of driving me crazy. So this is my y prime, also known as my f prime of x. And that is my derivative of the original function. Plug in x, you get your slope of this curve. So why don't you take a second here, maybe hit pause and try this. I'll give you a minute. I'll walk through it here in a second, but give it a shot. See what you can do. Pause it, try it, let's compare. Alright, so you unpaused. You tried it. It should look like this. Oops. Oh, I lost all that. 2 times 3x squared there we go, minus 6x, 2x minus 5 over 3x squared minus 4 squared. That should be your first step. Second step, distribute. And we got one more step, clean it up. Boom, boom. Oh, I'll keep it in order here. I'm writing too fast for the tablet here. That's your slope. Check your answer. Check it with mine. Let me know if you have questions. Tomorrow we're going to practice lots of these. And good luck. Let me know if you have questions.